Robert C. McMillan, speaker, coach, author, consultant, and founder of the 6G Leader Institute. Robert C. McMillan is a thought leader and contrarian for leadership who maximizes the potential of professionals and leaders.
The formula for success that I call or refer to it as PQ. Repeat after me. PQ. PQ. What's PQ stand for? PQ stands for potential times possibilities times performance equals success.
One thing I walked away with when I work with people, that in order to be successful in life, you really have to make the investment, and you really have to, when you said about the PQ.
Yes, PQ.
The PQ, it really is, it's a true testament to a person's success.
Okay.
Robert is a thought leader because he finds new and innovative ways to develop practical leadership solutions and systems.
Time is the most important asset that you have. Why? Because it's not about power or fame or fortune or riches. It's time, because with time, anything's possible when you maximize your potential.
He's a contrarian because many experts suggest leadership is a vertical hierarchical climb toward success. However, Robert's leadership research, observations, and practical experience suggests that leadership is not vertical at all, but true leadership is round, consisting of a relational system of networks that connects one leader to another, thus creating the first 6G leadership system.
Motivation does not solve everything, but it does solve anything. But I also am smart enough to know that motivation alone is not going to allow me to whip Mike Tyson. I went up to Mike Tyson. I said, Mike, man, I want to fight you. I can whoop you with motivation. Mike would look at me and say, is this the guy that really wants to fight me? Are you serious? There's no way you can beat me. I will rip your heart out and feed you to my pigeons. Mike Tyson. Motivation can't solve all things, but it can solve everything better than demotivation can.
The secrets found in Robert's 6G leadership system provide solutions in a way that accelerates change and business results, enabling the achievement of maximum individual, team, and ultimately organizational potential. The 6G leadership system. And what leadership network do you, your team, and organization operate on? Are you a 6G leader? The first network in Robert's leadership system is the 1G, the genetic leader. Robert believes that everyone is born with an innate gift and ability to be a leader. The 2G generic leader is a progressive leader and often copies the leadership styles of others. The 3G leader is known as go-to leader because they are action-oriented, they get results and get things done. The 4G leader is a growth leader. This leader not only grows themselves, but grows and develops others. The 5G gateway leader is innovative and opens up opportunities for the organization and others to achieve extraordinary accomplishments. The 6G genius leader uses creativity and agility to increase the significance and value to customers, suppliers, and service organizations by mastering all 6 networks. While Robert's thoughts, ideas, and solutions are authentic and innovative, his approach to providing systems, solutions, and tools are practical, relational, and structured for easy adoption. He brings out the genius leader in you.
You got to have an environment that's full of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is key. What is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is the understanding of intelligence that involves the ability to monitor one's own feelings and emotions as well as others to get a win-win situation, to get the results that you want. When you look at motivation and you look at intelligence and emotional intelligence, the one common denominator when you compare emotional intelligence to your IQ level, your emotional intelligence represents 90% of your performance level. That's where you use emotional intelligence. Your IQ only represents 10%.
Well, I thought it was fantastic. The way you really hit home about the emotional intelligence, I thought was a really key piece in the presentation of really how it brings all of what we do, how it elevates it. Is when you're emotionally intelligent, you have that power to really read what other people are feeling and how you're feeling, and to be able to convey a message.
For over 2 decades, Robert has worked with billion-dollar organizations within the healthcare, communications, high-tech, and financial services industries. What sets Robert apart from other speakers is he has served in executive leadership and management consulting capacities for some of the world's most admired companies, such as Motorola, General Electric, BP Amoco, T. Rowe Price, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Ernst & Young, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Bell South, and UBS Paine Webber.
Refocus your vision. You're going to require 3 types of sights. The first sight is called farsight. You got to have enough farsight to predict the future. What's going to happen in the industry? What's coming down the pipe? The second thing that you got to have is nearsight. You got to be nearsighted enough that you can get close to something using your technical audited skills to understand and detect myopic change. Detect things that others would never see increases your value. And then the other piece that you have to have is the third part of vision. I call it hindsight. You got to be able to understand your past. You got to be able to understand what's happened in the industry prior to you. You got to understand what's happened within your department, within your organization. What are the issues?
Robert is the author of 3 books entitled, Are You a 6G Leader? 6 Steps to Releasing the Genius Leader You Were Born to Be. 6G Aptitude, Leadership Aptitude Assessment. Discover your leadership style. Overcoming You, 5 Steps to Maximizing Your Leadership Potential. Robert understands what it takes to maintain a competitive and leadership position in an environment of accelerated change, overwhelming market pressures, complex business models, and challenging global economic times. It takes a leadership system that grows and develops the most valuable assets to any organization. Its leaders, its people.
Mind shift. You got to make a decision to change. Good, better, best, never let it rest until your good becomes better and your better is best. What is it that's going to allow you the opportunity to change and to improve your capabilities? It's just a mind shift. You got to look at it and say, hey, I've understood what my potential is, I recognize my capabilities, and I'm going to unleash them. The second thing that you got to do, you got to say, hey, I'm going to be a leader so that people can follow me. So people can follow me and I can provide value by having individuals work with me. The most powerful leader is not the leader of few, it's the leader of many. The most powerful leader is a leader of leaders.
The energy and the passion for the industry itself, I think, is really impressive. I think this is the type of job and that you really have to have the desire to do well. And if you don't, if you become stale and you see this as sort of a routine exercise, I don't think you bring the value to your departments. I don't think you bring the value to the company. And frankly, I think you lose something in achieving your own personal potential. And I think Robert did a great job of sort of bringing that out today.
Robert C. McMillan is a dynamic speaker with an engaging, humorous style. He not only strategically communicates with his audience, he connects with them in a way that no other speaker does. His keynotes and 6G workshops are filled with advice and practical examples for everyday application. Audiences walk away with an executable plan to help them take their career to the next level. To learn more about the 6G leadership system and to become a 6G leader, contact Robert today for your next event.